What's going on, everyone? Valeria here, and in today's video I'm gonna review the EVY Sunscreen. So as you might know from my previous videos, I live in Sweden, and this is a Swedish sunscreen with a particular technology or formula that is based on several chemical sunscreen that altogether are 9% of the formula. It is allowed to have up to 25%, but they managed to keep the filters in total to 9%, and 69% of the formula is water. You can find details on the formula and other aspects of the sunscreen on their website, which I will link in the description box down below, so if you want to read more into that. But I would say let's start seeing how it looks and how it applies. So first of all, we need to shake it. It has gas, and this helps for the conservation of the product. It has an expiration date at the bottom, but as this is an airtight container bottle, the elements never get in contact with water. So as I mentioned on the website that I mentioned, they explain that they put an expiration date at the bottom, but it is proven that it's still doing the job after the best before date. So I would say maybe don't throw it away right away, but don't keep it for too long. So as you see, now we're gonna get a little bit on my hand. Okay, this is kind of too much. I always try to get a little bit less. It is explained on the website still that a golf ball size is enough for one arm of an adult. So this is a bit too much maybe for my face, but that's fine. Because obviously if you put too little, then it's not going to protect you enough. So now we can work it a little bit in our hands so that it gets more easily spreadable, and then we can put it on my face. There we go. It looks like foaming, like shaving cream. And it is really, really soft and airy. It doesn't feel sticky at all, and it absorbs quite rapidly. I'm not gonna put it on my neck because when I go out, I put sun protective clothes on my neck, so it will be sheltered, but a little bit, so that it's all even and all absorbed. It obviously said to not make it go into your eyes because that would sting. It sinks quickly, so after like 10 to 5 minutes, you're safe to wear your clothes and you're safe to go in the water. It is very waterproof. It literally says very waterproof. So even if you have baths, or you rub your skin, like shake hands or rub yourself, it's gonna be still on. As it shows, it is all written in Swedish, so I mean I can show you, but it won't be much help unless you can speak Swedish. It shows that normal common sunscreen only go this deep, while the EVY technology sunscreen go deeper. It doesn't have nanoparticles, and it doesn't affect the hormones. It is tested and studied. This doesn't contain nanoparticles and doesn't affect hormones. It just penetrates deeper in the skin than normal sunscreens, so you are more sheltered from UVB radiations, that are those that go a little bit deeper and that are responsible for sunburn. Anyway, as you can see, again on the bottle, it has UVA and UVB filters, and it has a very high rating against UVA, which is, I'm very sorry for my nails. It has a very high rating for UVAs. It is 5 stars, and it means that it fights 90% of UVA. I've been using this sunscreen for a few months, since May. As you know, in April I started using Differin, and it made my skin itchy and irritated, not everywhere, but here and on my chin. You see that I still have hyperpigmentation that hasn't faded, and I'm dealing with it. But oh my god, this sunscreen, which is the one that I used to use, I couldn't get it anywhere near these irritated areas, so my chin and the sides of my forehead, because it was stinging. So I decided to try the EVY Sunscreen because I heard very, very good things about it. That is hypoallergenic, non-irritant, and oh my god, as you saw, I can put it easily. Now I'm putting the Hada Labo on my hands. It is absolutely wonderful. It doesn't sting. It doesn't make my skin irritated. It doesn't clog my pores. Doesn't cause me any breakout. It is resistant for 6 hours, so if you want to reapply it, you can, especially if you really have so many baths in the water, if it's very hot and you sweat so much, just to make sure. But it's not necessarily to reapply it more than every 6 hours. And it's perfect if you want to put some makeup on top of it. I do my whole skincare routine, so I put Hada Labo, then I put my niacinamide, eye cream and moisturizer on top, and then I put this one. It lasts for 6 hours. If you want to reapply it, you're free to do it, but you don't need it. The Hada Labo has become my body sunscreen because this one is really amazing, and the content of this bottle, which is 100 milliliters, let me see if I can show you. It says 100 milliliters. It's not focusing, is it? Anyway, it is 100 milliliters, and it says it is for 10 application on the whole body, so you should be able to put sunscreen on the whole body for 10 times with this little bottle. You can travel with it. It is an aerosol kind of bottle, but if you put it in a plastic bag and you put it, you know, all wrapped up in your clothes, it shouldn't leak because it's protected, even though, you know, this kind of bottles can have a little bit of leaking if it's not handled with care. We know that on planes sometimes they are not the most gentle with luggage, but if you shelter it with clothes and put it in a plastic bag, you should be safe anyway. And it shouldn't be stored in more than 50 degrees Celsius, so maybe like if you go in extreme heat in Singapore or Southeast Asia or some areas of Australia, I guess maybe it would be too hot, but you're safe as long as it's 50 degrees. So yeah, as I said, my poor Hada Labo was giving me troubles on the irritated area that I had when I was using Differin, so now it has become body sunscreen, while EVY is going on my face. I use 50, there's 10, there is 30, there is tinted. There's also a version for kids that differs from this one because it doesn't have collagen, so if you're vegan and you don't want to have anything derived from animal, avoid this one because it contains collagen. I highly recommend. I know for sure that this is sold in the UK and there's a reseller in Italy. I'm not sure about the US and Canada, but just have a look at the website that I mentioned and that I will link, and you will find your way around. Otherwise, you'll have to come to Sweden or no, I don't know, maybe like the UK website sells worldwide. I'm really not sure. You can find all the ingredients here. It's not a long list. There are, as I said, different chemical filters that act on different wavelengths of the UVBs and UVAs. So if I manage, I'll put a picture in here. Otherwise, still go to that link that I mentioned 2,000 times. I very wholeheartedly apologize for the terrible state of my nails. I have to take this mess off and I will do it very soon, but now I have to go get my kids, so I'll see you in the next video, and an update on my differing voyage is coming very soon. See you in the next one. Bye.